In this video, we're going over the new top 5 meta loadouts in Black Ops 6 after the major weapon balance update. I have new 5 as well as gunfighter class setups utilizing 6, 7, and 8 attachments. For class setup number 1, we're taking a look at the AS Val, which received a massive buff. This weapon has more damage range, giving it a faster time to kill, and I have a class setup that's going to be maximizing this weapon's strengths. We do not need an optic. This weapon has very clean iron sights. Now for the barrel, because of the buff, we are going to be playing toward this weapon's strengths, and we're going to rock the long barrel to improve damage range. And because it's the AS Val, we're not going to be on the map when firing, which is a massive W. For the underbarrel, we are going to be removing a lot of that annoying horizontal recoil with the vertical foregrip, a great attachment. For the magazine, because this weapon has a crazy fast fire rate, extended mag 3 is going to be a great choice, giving us 45 rounds, so we have plenty of ammo to take out more than one person at the same time. For the rear grip, we are going to utilize the commando grip. This is fantastic on all assault rifles, improving more aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed, making this weapon great if you're trying to run and gun. And then finally, for the 5 attachment class setup, we are going to be utilizing a fire mod, and recoil springs is going to be the best choice, drastically improving all horizontal recoil control and vertical recoil control. A great attachment. Once you go ahead and jump into the firing range with this 5 attachment setup, you're going to see here that we have an AS Val class that's going to have a respectable ADS, sprint out, and obviously the recoil is going to be controllable. Definitely go ahead and give this a try. I honestly recommend running the 5 attachment class setup because this weapon is good enough with just 5 attachments. But if you are somebody that likes to run gunfighter, feel free to run a stock, and the combat stock is going to be great, improving our aim walking movement speed and most importantly flinch resistance. So if we get shot at longer ranges, we can stay on target and outgun enemy players. And if you do not like the iron sights for whatever reason, feel free to run an optic, and the Kepler Microflex is going to be a great choice. As you guys can see here, this class setup is going to be really easy to use in the firing range because we are going to have low recoil in an even better optic picture. So like I said, if you are struggling with controlling the recoil, feel free to go ahead and check out this gunfighter build. For class setup number 2, we're taking a look at the PP919, which to my surprise received a massive buff this update. Crazy. This is already a really good submachine gun. Just like the AS Val, we don't need an iron sight, but I will go ahead and provide one if you prefer running the gunfighter builds. Now for the muzzle, because this weapon has low recoil, the suppressor is going to be the way to go, removing us from the mini maps. We can get behind their spawn and build up a quick and easy streak. Now for the barrel, we are going to be playing this weapon's strengths, and we're still going to be utilizing the long barrel to take advantage of more damage range so we can have the fastest time to kill. For the magazine, we're going to be skipping over all these for the 5 attachment setup, but I will go ahead and go over a good choice if you like to run the gunfighter builds. For the rear grip, we are going to be utilizing the ergonomic grip on the PP919. This is great, improving more aim down sight speed, dive to fire speed, and slide to fire speed. Overall, a great attachment to use if you're trying to run a gun, which in all reality is what this SMG is perfect at. For the stock, we are utilizing the balance stock. This is going to be a great attachment on the submachine gun, taking advantage of more aim walking movement speed, hip fire movement speed, and strafing movement speed. Amazing on this weapon, so we can get in their spawn and go to town. And then finally, we are going to run a fire mod, and I highly recommend putting on rapid fire when rocking the PP919. This is going to be bumping up the fire rate, which is going to be giving us a faster time to kill at all ranges, and especially after this buff, this is going to be the best choice under this category. Once you go ahead and build this 5 attachment class setup, you are going to be absolutely impressed because we have a submachine gun that has a fast ADS, sprint out speed, and it also is going to have very controllable recoil, even though we're not really running any recoil controlling attachments on the submachine gun. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Now, what you want to do if you want to run the gunfighter build is you're going to actually go ahead and put on a magazine, and all we're going to do is put on the fast mag 2 option, bumping down that 64 round magazine, which in all reality we don't need, to just 40. This is going to be giving us enough ammo, and also we have improved aim down sight speed, reload quickness, and sprint to fire speed, which is a massive W. This is going to be a good 6 attachment class setup. Now, if you do not want to run the iron sights, which are cool, you can rock the Kepler Microflex. I'm going to go ahead and showcase exactly what you can do with this build. very easy. ADS sprint out speed is going to be even faster, and obviously we are still going to have really controllable recoil. This is going to be a great setup with the PP919 if you enjoy running gunfighter. So definitely give this a try. It's one of the best SMGs in the entire game, both in Black Ops 6 as well as Warzone. Run it. For class setup number 3, we are taking a look at the Model L, which also received a buff this update. Why? I have no idea. This is 100% a meta assault rifle in Black Ops 6 and Warzone. We're gonna go ahead and have some fun. Now for the optic, we are utilizing the Kepler Microflex. The iron sights are not the best. This is gonna be cleaning up the optic picture nicely. For the muzzle, we are gonna be rocking the suppressor. This weapon has low recoil. For the barrel, we are going to be utilizing the reinforced barrel. This weapon has more damage range now, so we're taking advantage of this barrel, which is going to be utilizing bullet velocity and damage range, a massive W. We don't need to run the long barrel on the Model L. Now, for the underbarrel, I highly recommend running the vertical foregrip so we can go ahead and clean up a lot of that horizontal recoil, making this weapon an absolute laser. For the magazine, we are going to rock extended mag 1 here, giving us a healthy 40 rounds, so we can easily take out more than one person at the same time. For the rear grip on all assault rifles, I do recommend running the commando grip for that improved aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, overall helping this weapon's handling out. Now for the stock, we are going to utilize the balance stock. This is a really nice attachment on the Model L, improving a lot of that close range performance. We have strafing movement speed, hip fire movement speed all together, as well as aim walking movement speed, a massive W. You can't go wrong with this. And for the last attachment, for the fire mod, we are going to rock recoil springs, take advantage of more horizontal and vertical recoil. This weapon is incredibly easy to use at any and all ranges. You're going to absolutely love it. This is going to be a great gunfighter setup, which I do recommend. On the ARs, I really like to rock the gunfighter build if they are actually valid, and this one definitely is. As you guys can see here, it has 0 recoil, and we are having a fast sprint out, as well as ADS and an aim walking movement speed is going to be bumped up courtesy of that balance stock. This is hands down one of the best guns in the entire game. Now for the 5 attachment class setup, what we are going to be doing is removing the recoil springs. We're going to be removing the balance stock as well as extended mag. We're going to have a very basic Model L class setup, but it is still going to be valid. I do recommend going ahead and running the gunfighter build, however, but if you want to run more perks, this is definitely still a good build you can run to easily take people out at any and all ranges. Definitely do not sleep on this assault rifle. For class setup number 4, we're taking a look at the TANTO 22, which got a buff. I have no idea why. This submachine gun is nasty in Black Ops 6 and Warzone. I have a class that will make it even better. Now, for the optic, if you like to run the gunfighter build, I got you. We have the Kepler Microflex. For the muzzle, we are going to utilize the compensator to remove all vertical recoil. For the barrel, we're going to be taking advantage of this weapon's new strengths. I already did have it, but we're going to be rocking the long barrel for more damage range. For the underbarrel, we're going to be removing a lot of that horizontal recoil with that vertical foregrip. This is definitely a mandatory attachment. For the magazine, we're going to be bumping up the capacity to 40 with the help of extended mag 1, a great attachment to use. For the rear grip, we're going to be utilizing the ergonomic grip. This is fantastic on the TANTO 22, improving more aim down sight speed, dive to fire speed, and slide to fire speed. A massive W. Overall, check this out if you want a solid submachine gun. Now, for the stock, we are going to be utilizing the balance stock. This is fantastic on this SMG, overall strengthening its close range performance. We have improved strafing movement speed, hip fire movement speed, and aim walking speed. Amazing. And then finally, for the 8 attachment build, we are going to rock the fire mod, and we're utilizing rapid fire to bump up that fire rate, giving us a faster time to kill. The cons are irrelevant because this weapon got buffs today, which are going to be making this gun unbelievable. Definitely go ahead and check out this 8 attachment class. You guys can see we have a really nice sprint out. ADS is fast, and we do have controllable recoil with the gunfighter setup. This is going to be a great build if you like to run 8 attachments. Now, let's say you do not want to run this weapon unsuppressed, which I fully get. Swap out the compensator for the suppressor. It's going to have a little bit of recoil, but as you guys can see here, it is still going to be a solid SMG. You are going to have to control it at those longer ranges, especially if you're trying to snipe people with it, but it's overall going to be usable. Now, for a nice 5 attachment class setup, what we're going to be doing is swapping the suppressor out for the compensator. We are going to be removing the Kepler Microflex. We're going to be removing the extended mag 1, and we're also going to remove the balance stock. This is going to give us a very bare bones TANTO setup. But as you guys can see, it is going to be really, really accurate. It's one of those builds where if you enjoy the iron sights, you're going to be really, really in luck, because we have a setup that is going to be able to do it all. One thing is, you are going to be on the map when firing, but it's not that big of a deal. And finally, for class setup number 5, we're taking a look at the XM4. This weapon also received a minor damage range increase, which is nice because the no recoil loadout is going to be even better than it was before, both in multiplayer and Warzone. For the optic, we are running the Kepler Microflex. For the muzzle, we're going to utilize the suppressor. For the barrel, we have on the reinforced barrel. Nice to have this with that damage range and bullet velocity. For the underbarrel, we are going to utilize the Ranger foregrip here for more horizontal recoil control, as well as sprinting movement speed. We don't need to run the vertical on this specific build. For the magazine, we have extended mag 1, giving us a healthy 45 rounds. For the rear grip, we are going to utilize the commando grip, which is a massive W on assault rifles, improving more aim down sight speed, as well as sprint to fire speed. For the stock, we're going to be rocking the buffer weight stock, which is a relatively new attachment for the XM4, improving vertical and horizontal recoil control. You're going to see in the firing range, this weapon does not move. And then finally, for the fire mod, we are going to be utilizing the recoil springs attachment, which is going to be removing a lot more horizontal and vertical recoil. This is a massive W with this AR. Once you go ahead and create this 8 attachment build, you're going to be absolutely laughing, because in the firing range, you guys can see we have a respectable sprint out ADS, and we have literally a point and shoot laser beam. This gun has no recoil. This is one of the most accurate weapons in the entire game. You guys are going to absolutely love the XM4 with the buffer weight stock. Now, for the 5 attachment build, we are going to go ahead and remove extended mag 1. We're also going to go ahead and remove the suppressor, and we also have the option to remove the recoil springs as well. Once you go ahead and build this class, you can still see it's crazy. The only negative is that you're going to be on the map. I mean, this is a disgusting setup. Absolutely disgusting. It has very, very minor recoil. Minor. And I mean, you have to be looking for it, but these are going to be the new top 5 meta loadouts to use here in Black Ops 6 after the major weapon balance update. For the remainder of the setups, on all my setups, I rock the Siren 9mm, which is a fantastic backup here. It's going to be a good specialty SMG. You guys can see in the firing range that we have very, very low recoil, and it does have a 40 round magazine, which is going to come in handy. I absolutely love rocking this weapon. Now, I am also utilizing the knife I have on Stim Shot, Blast Trap, which are free kills. Use them. The Assault Pack, and I'm running Scavenger, Assassin, Bankroll, and Enforcer, because I have 3 perks under the same family. And to run a Gunfighter build with more than 5 attachments, obviously, we are utilizing Gunfighter for our wild card. Now, if you do not want to run Gunfighter, which means more than 5 attachments, feel free to put on perk Greed, and instead of rocking Dexterity, which it gives you by default, I do recommend either running Vigilance, which is going to be great. Let's say a counter UAV gets called in, you still have access to your mini map. But if you're playing into a lobby where a lot of people are running UAVs, running Ghost is also a great choice. So you are always off the mini map, especially if you're rocking a suppressed class setup. Both of these are going to be great perks, and you're still obviously going to maintain the Enforcer ability. Let me know down in the comment section right now what you guys think of the weapon balance update, and if you guys tear it up with any of these class setups, let me know down in the comment section. And as always, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.